little white boys and little white girls have similar fact patterns as little black and brown children. They get a slap on the wrist. They get given the benefit of the doubt, the benefit of consideration, the benefit of possibility. You know, they walk out the courtroom. Little black, Hispanic children, our cousins, our friends, they're taken to the corner of the courtroom. They're fingerprinted. They're charged and convicted of a trumped up felony. And I do mean a trumped up felony. And now they have this felony conviction that they have to bear like a cross on their backs for the rest of their entire lives. Because in the information age, this stuff follows you everywhere. And you can never get away from it. And so what you have, and I know I'm going off script a little bit, but I think this is important because we got to make sure you all are more intelligent than our oppressors. And you have these young people of color now have this felony conviction. And when you have a felony conviction, obviously, you know, in many regards, you can't serve on the jury. You can't serve in the military. It's hard to vote in the democratic process. Depending on what the felony conviction was for, you can't even live in the government housing projects anymore with your mother or your baby mother or whatever the case may be. But then, and you can't get the Pell Grant if you want to go to college, because once they get you with that felony conviction, they got you caught up in the system. But it gets even worse because you can't even put food on the table because you can't get a decent job, can't keep the lights on, can't keep a roof over your children's head, because when you have a felony conviction, they start taking away from every opportunity that you could have. Like, you can't be a brick mason and get a certification if you got that felony conviction. You can't be a real estate agent if you got that felony conviction. You can't be a plumber. They won't even let you go in people's house and fix their commode if you got a felony conviction. And sisters, in Florida, I don't know how it is here in D.C., you can't even be a beautician if you got a felony conviction. You can't get a certification. So they start taking everything away from you. You can't be a teacher, can't be a nurse. I mean, if you got that felony conviction, all the jobs that you might be able to do to try to be a productive, contributing citizen to society, they take it away from you because their plan is to keep you in the prison industrial complex. In fact, Vince, in some states, if you are a convicted felon and you have served time in prison, you can't even get life insurance. It's like the Walking Dead. They just ain't gave you the death certificate yet. And so what we have to do every day with our brothers and sisters and cousins, Junebug, Shaniqua, all of them who they have given this trumped up felony conviction, we have to reinvigorate them. We have to tell them we're not going to let this racist criminal justice system define them, that we still believe in them, that they're somebody, because, I mean, when you get that felony conviction, they pretty much have written you off. They have written you off. They think you have no attributes, nothing to offer society other than to offer slave labor in the penal system. That's what it is. And don't take my word for it now. Go to any courtroom in America. Any courtroom. Just sit in the back of the courtroom and watch how they administer justice. I mean, it is riveting when you see the number of black and brown people who they convict or they convince to take these trumped up plea agreements. say, well, we'll let you go home, but you got to plead to be a convicted felon, and that's the game. You get to go home, but they already got you. They know you coming back once you get that felony conviction. And so that's what we got to keep fighting for our people for.